Okay, so I've got the amplifier's board out of its chassis, and this is what I found, and that is where that capacitor was soldered in. And unfortunately, what's actually happened is the PCB track has been torn away, so that capacitor must not have been pushed fully into the board when it was soldered, and just rattling around has damaged it's actually torn the PCB track away from the board. It should actually be repairable. I can scrape away the solder mask from around that and do something to reinforce the joints. And it is indeed, this over here is there. Is that it? There it is. That's where the let me see if I can zoom in with this. There you go. You can actually see that's the bottom of that 12-volt regulator, and the solder joints are actually cracked. If I can find the heatsink under the board, I'm going to move the heatsink. You can see that is moving, and you can see that the solder joints are cracked. Now, what's silly is there's the bottom of the heatsink, and it doesn't actually go through the board. And so you can see it's moving, and I thought, why the hell could they have not just made that heatsink so that they could bend those bottom tabs and lock it into place instead of relying on the glue, because that would have solved the problem. So, and I think this thing is a bit of a bodge anyway, because if I just down here, we've got all these look like capacitors that have been soldered across the bottom of the output jacks, and I presume they had some sort of problem with interference getting into the amplifier, so they soldered those on the bodges. This is a bit naff. It's not what I'd expect from Aiwa, and when this would have been made, Aiwa would have been part of Sony, so it's not what I expect at all. And there was actually there's a bodge wire. There you go, there's a bodge wire there. So, yeah, a bit of a shame really, but this should be fixable. I should be able to get this working again. I'm not going to win any awards for my camera skills here, am I? Definitely not. But we'll see what happens.